Click on the subscribe button and remember to press the bell icon for regular notifications from our digital blogger.
Hello friends, welcome to our digital blogger. Today we are going to review an online investment platform, FundIndia. They are majorly known for mutual fund investments, but they also have a lot other segments where you can invest through them. In this particular review, we will talk about multiple aspects including company background. We'll look at the different investment classes you can avail. We'll look at the trading platforms, pricing, exposure, customer support and other factors that can help you to figure out whether FundIndia is a good enough stockbroker for you or not. Let's get started. So let's start with the basics first. FundsIndia is an online investment platform that basically means they do not have an offline presence. Yes, they have offices across different metro cities of India, but if you're looking for a sub-broker or a franchise location, well, that's not going to be possible with this particular stockbroker. They're based out of Chennai since 2009. They have offices in Mumbai, Delhi, Bangalore, Pune and Kolkata. They provide a robo-advisory service, one of very unique USPs these days. It's called Money Mitra, but for some reason they are not promoting it well enough. The word is not that loud out yet. They offer you a free demat and trading account. So in order to get started with this particular stockbroker, you don't have to pay any upfront cost as far as account opening is concerned. There might be some sort of an AMC, we'll talk about that later. But the problem is that you cannot put your money into commodity and currency trading if you are using the services of this particular broker. So in that case, you will be limited as far as some of the stock market classes are concerned. Talking about those, let's see what they are. You can put your money across equity, mutual funds, fixed deposits, super savings account is something they have, IPOs, insurance and NCDs, non-convertible debentures. So these are some of the products that you can use while you are using the services of FundsIndia. Commodity currency, as discussed, is not part of these. So that's one concern you have to figure out at the very start. If you're going to go ahead with this particular investment online firm, you will not be able to use the services of commodity trading or currency trading. Next up, we have trading platforms. Very few people understand the importance of it, especially the people at beginner level. They sort of underestimate the performance, the kind of usability, user experience a trading platform provides. Now, we talk about trading platforms whenever we review any broker, any advisory firm in that case, but still, we need to make sure that you are giving it complete utmost importance, because if your trading platform does not work well, if the speed is low, you will not be able to execute your order. If the features are limited, you will not be able to perform your analysis. If at the same time, if the usability sucks, at the same time you have to make sure that you understand what it means. If the usability is not up to the standards, you will not be able to understand how the application actually works. So navigation, user experience, speed, performance, features, multiple aspects, you have to give some time to it, and then only then go ahead and make your decision. Now, talking about FundsIndia, we will talk about what every trading platforms they have in offering for you, but we have to go to Google Play Store to talk about the mobile app. So FundsIndia gives you a pretty exhaustive mobile application. If you want to invest in mutual funds or equities, this application helps you to do that. The features wise, there is not much of a complaint. 3.9 is the rating given by around 6,000 users, out of which 14.5% have rated this app negatively. Overall satisfaction score is around 85.5%. If you look at the stats here, the last update was done on 11th of January 2018. Number of installs 1 lakh to 5 lakhs. So certainly the application impresses you from the objective point of view. But when we talk to some of the clients of FundsIndia, there were concerns. The biggest concern was the app getting crashed after a point in time. Now, for some users, it was crashing as soon as they logged in. For some users, it was crashing when they were performing some sort of analysis. But crashing was something which was consistent. In fact, 7 out of 10 users reported this problem, if not worse. So that's a big problem, especially if you are putting your money into the stock market and investing through an application. The order does not get executed. The app doesn't let you do that. That's a big worry that FundsIndia has to take care of. The user experience is also pretty mediocre. UI design is fine. There's not much of a problem there. But when it comes to understanding different functionalities, the navigation part, at the same time, the way the application works, there are multiple things that goes into the experience and the usability area. That is where the application has to work upon. User design is something that is just the look and feel, but the application needs to go beyond that. So as of now, yes, you can use this. It's one of the recommendable applications, but crashing is a bigger problem. We hope that FundsIndia comes up with a solution on this concern here. Then we are using digitalblogger.com for reference here. There are other trading applications FundsIndia provides to you. Now this application mobile app is something we have already discussed. It can be recommendable in much more a positive sense if they were able to fix their crashing issue. At the same time, they give you web-based browser application. No need to download or install anything. It's a responsive application. Go to the website of FundsIndia, click on login, and you can start trading from there. Now the number of features FundsIndia web provides is very limited, so you have to be aware from that fact. It's very lightweight, yes, but you have to be sure of the fact that if you are an intermediate to a heavy level trader, you will not be able to perform an exhaustive level analysis using this web application, nor even the mobile app for that matter. So primarily looking from the trading platforms perspective, the kind of focus this advisory or this investment firm has given to the technology part, it seems that it's good for beginners, and it also is good for people who are looking for all long-term investments. It's not good for people who are looking for intraday trading or somebody who is a heavy level trader on the stock market. Then we have pricing, as initially mentioned, that they do not charge you anything for opening the demat or trading account, but there is a maintenance fees that you have to take care of, but it depends on the kind of account you have with this investment firm. Now there are two types of account they have a premium demat account, then they have a basic services demat account. For a premium demat account, the AMC annual maintenance charge is 200 rupees. For the basic BSDA, it's basically comes down to the point of your investment turnover. It's a zero if it is from 0 to 50,000. It's 100 rupees if your overall turnover is 50,000 to 2 lakh. If it is more than 2 lakh, then in that case it's going to be 200 again. It cannot be beyond that. So 200 is the maximum cap on the AMC or the annual maintenance charge, irrespective of the kind of account you have. Then we have brokerage. Now it really has a minimum limit of 20 rupees. So this is the minimum brokerage you have to pay. It can go beyond that depending on your transaction value. It's going to be 0.3% for delivery trade, 0.03% for intraday. So let's say we have 1 lakh rupees worth of overall turnover. In that particular case, you are going to pay 600 rupees for the brokerage part. We can actually use the brokerage calculator of FundsIndia and see what kind of charges they levy on you when you are trading through them. So this is the brokerage calculator here. FundsIndia we have selected. Now there are multiple segments, of course. If we go with equity delivery in this particular example, let's say the buy price is 1200. You're selling it at 1300. Number of shares, let's say, are 100. If you choose the state to be, let's say, Madhya Pradesh in this example, let's say Karnataka for that case. So we go ahead and click on calculate. In that case, for delivery trades, you're gonna pay 750 rupees, which is 0.3% of your trade value. Let's say we go down to 12 rupees as buy price, sell as 13, number of shares as 10. Click on calculate. You see the minimum brokerage is 20 rupees. So we're going to incur a loss of 13 rupees if the overall turnover is going to be low. But as long as you are dealing in a higher sort of a range, in that particular case you are going to get some profit, but still the brokerage is going to be always dependent on the turnover. Higher the turnover, higher the brokerage. So it's not a discount broker as such, because discount brokers obviously have a flat rate. They have a minimum rate of 20 rupees and can go beyond that depending on the transaction value. So these are the different charges. You can see there is STT, SEBI turnover, stamp duty, GST, transaction charges. This is something that is levied by every stockbroker for that matter. The rates obviously can vary, but brokerage is the major differentiator when it comes to deciding which particular stockbroker is value for money for you or not. Now people who are looking for exposure or margin from FundsIndia, they are going to be utterly disappointed because the kind of numbers you get are pretty low. Equity delivery 5 times, intraday is also 5 times. The interest rate is pretty low at 14%. Industry standard is around 17 to 18%. So from that perspective, that's a relief. But still, you won't really get high leverage values in the first place. For people who don't understand this, basically it's kind of a short-term loan provided by a stockbroker at specific interest rate. Can be anything, can be 15 to 22, 23%. In this case, it's 14%. you have to get it back within a specific duration. Generally for intraday it's 5 days. And for example, let's say you have trading account balance of 10,000 rupees, equity delivery for FundsIndia can be allowed to trade up to 50,000 rupees because of the exposure of 5 times. So that's the way it works, but it can be risky generally if you don't understand the way it works. Basically, you have to understand it in the first place. If you don't do that, it can actually kill your initial deposit that you have in your trading account. Nonetheless, moving forward, if we talk about the customer support, now, although they provide you multiple modes of communication as far as the online channels are concerned, there is chatting facility, there is phone calls for Indian people and for NRI clients, there is an email, there is a Skype call. So from that perspective, it's pretty exhaustive. You won't be able to get in touch with them physically because they don't really have an offline office or a sub-broker or any sort of a branch. Now, they charge you like a full-service broker, but they don't really provide you that service like a full-service broker generally does. So that's a bit of an inconsistency. Again, if you talk about the phone support as well, we just gave it a trial. Although we had heard from some of the clients that it takes a while for them to pick the call, even if they are stuck in the trade, it's really tough to get in touch with the customer support. We took a trial, we tried to get in touch with them thrice, and unfortunately not even once the call was picked. That's very strange because we tried to use the communication mode of opening an account rather than not being an existing client. We tried to go ahead and check out the opening client mode. Even from that perspective, the phone support did not care to pick up. Now we think that it was one time sort of a thing. We hope that it's the case that they generally pick up the call, but if that happens regularly, if they don't really pick up the calls of their clients on a regular basis, that's a very big problem. So customer support is really important, especially for people who are putting in high chunks of deposits in their accounts and they want to trade on the stock market. But if somebody is not going to pick up the call, it's gonna be a bit problem, certainly from the customer's point of view. So that's customer service from FundsIndia perspective. And finally, let's talk about some of the positives and negatives of opening an account with FundsIndia. We'll start with the positives first. It's better known for mutual funds investment. They give you an exhaustive sort of a platform there. The account opening is free, be it the demat or trading account. You don't have to bear any cost to get you started. At the same time, if you talk about the robo-advisory thing we just mentioned initially, that they give you money mitra or something like that for free. They basically automate your investments from that perspective. The overall research is automated. There's no chance of human error there, but still they are not marketing it well. And at the same time, we haven't really done the demo ourselves. We're not sure the performance of this particular advisory software. Then there are some concerns. We just mentioned the customer support can improve, certainly from the turnaround perspective. The focus on technology part is limited. Mobile app is there, crashing problem is there, web application is there, terminal software is not there. At the same time, we talk about the trading segments, commodity and currency. You can't put your money into those segments if you're a client of this particular advisory investment firm rather. Then the exposure part is limited. Brokerage is high. Generally, what we have seen throughout this review, that it's primarily best or apt for people who are looking for long-term investments. And for long-term investment, generally people put in higher capital. If you're putting in higher capital, the brokerage is directly correlated to the amount you're putting in. So there is a specific percentage, 0.3% or 0.2%, whatever you negotiate, is going to be that value of your overall initial sort of a trading amount, and that's going to be high. If you're going to put in, let's say, 5 lakh rupees, you're going to end up paying 1,500 rupees as brokerage, pretty high. If you're doing it consistently, you're giving a chunk of your profit out of that overall investment. So be sure whether you want to go ahead with this particular investment firm or not. But make sure you look at the overall sort of values, not just the brokerage. Make sure that you have a complete 360-degree idea before you finalize for yourself. However, if you want to have a detailed review of this, you can check out our website, digitalblogger.com/trading/FundsIndia review. We have given the thorough information on this particular investment firm for you. However, if you want us to help in finalizing a stockbroker that matches exactly with your requirements, you can check out this other link here, digitalblogger.com/free stockbroker suggestion. Put in your details, put in your requirements as detailed as possible. We will get back to you as soon as we can. So that's it for the video. Thank you so much for watching it. We hope you liked it. In case you did, please press the thumbs icon. We'll really appreciate that. You can share this video with your friends. You can also subscribe to this channel, Digital Blogger, if you have not already. Thank you so much again for watching this video. Bye-bye.